Hey there, friends. So it is day 13 of NaNoWRIMO. We are getting precariously close to halfway, and I always feel like November cheats in terms of what halfway is because we definitely have less writing time, at least in my case, at the back end of the month. So 1 week from today, I leave for Raleigh. So thank you for everybody who has sent me emails. There's a lot of people interested, and now I might have to change where we're going, but I'll be emailing you tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that email. If you haven't yet sent me an email, but you want to meet up potentially in the Raleigh-Durham area next week, I think we're going to be meeting on Wednesday. So I'm going to send you a little poll and we'll see how many people are interested and see if we can find a venue for that. But it is going to be a busy week. So we have a baseball game tonight. I have a bunch of other things that are going on this week. Then we have a busy weekend with some school stuff and birthday parties and other things like that. And then we pack up and we head out to North Carolina, and I will be there for 6 days, I think. So it's always harder to write when you're around family and there's travel and there's all these things that have to happen. And I can already feel myself starting to have that like twist in my stomach of like, I'm not going to finish this book as fast as I wanted to. And I'm feeling panicked and disappointed. And so what I have to do is just consistently take a deep breath and say, it's coming together exactly as it was meant to. And I trust that, and it's going to be okay, because I know that those feelings of panic, while normal and fine, are not actually useful for me. And so this is kind of a big part of me getting back to my joy of writing, is trying to separate that timeline and just love the writing. But the other challenge right now is, of course, that I haven't written a significant word count since I got back from Waco. So I did this big trip. I wrote almost 30K in 3 days, and then almost nothing since then. I think I've written 1,500 words in the almost week since then. And that is not going to get me to my goal either. But I find sometimes that, that law of an object in motion stays in motion. And I feel that that is true for us sometimes with our writing. I know I feel that way. Please let me know in the comments if you feel that way too. That when I am in a consistent writing habit, it's more likely that I'm going to sit down today and get my writing done because my brain is in the story and I am ready to go. But when I have taken several days off or a week off or 6 months off or whatever, any period of time of rest from my story, I find that I resist getting back into it. It's like I just want to keep resting. And so I have to sort of find my own way to get myself back to motivation, get myself excited again for the story, to find the discipline to just sit down and write. Because once I set a timer and get back into it, it's like the fire is on, and it's good and I can keep going. But it can sometimes be or feel like a very difficult thing to sit my butt back down in front of the computer and just start writing. So I have been in resistance mode today, even though my headache is gone and I'm feeling much better. So thank you for everyone who sent well wishes and said very nice things, because it was a tough couple of days. And I have been like shopping and went to lunch with my husband, had a meeting, admin stuff, just kind of putzing around the house a little bit, cleaning some things up. Nothing that absolutely needed to get done, but there are things that need to get done today that I've been resisting. And so I'm going to stop resisting. I spent some time with the kids. They've been home from school for about an hour. And so now, while they are on screens for a little bit, I'm going to spend the next hour writing. And the way that I'm going to get started is I'm actually going to do a little bit of journaling in my B6 plotting planner. And I'm just going to journal about where I am in the story and a few plot points, and kind of also just a little pep talk to myself, as cheesy as that sounds, of like, you can do this. You're so close now. So I'm 35,000 words, around just shy of 35K for Nano, but I'm just over 70,000 in my manuscript. And I think there's going to be about 20,000 words remaining. Some of it will be edits from a previous version. A lot of it is going to be brand new. And I realized that when I started the month and thought I had 30K of rewrites, that I was wrong. It's probably more like 45 to 50K of rewrites. And it is what it is. There's no use getting upset over an estimate that turned out to be wrong. So all I can do is move forward. I can't change the past. So I'm kind of resetting myself. I'm going to do 2 or 3 minutes of just visualization and meditation from Lorelai's point of view. This is something I do sometimes to get myself back into a story, as I imagine that I'm her and I'm in those woods and I'm doing the things that she's doing, and I'm thinking about Kieran and I'm thinking about Vanessa, and I can get myself back in those woods in her head. It helps me to jump into the story and to get motivated. So I'm going to do a little bit of meditation, a little bit of journaling, and then I'm going to do at least 2 writing sprints before we head off to this baseball game tonight. And what I'm hoping is just kind of breaking the rest so that I can get a little bit in tonight will help me have an amazing day tomorrow. And so let's go. So, as I was journaling, I was thinking that another piece of that mindset hack for me that might work for some of you, I know it doesn't work for everyone, but I'm high futuristic. And so I'm always thinking about how things will feel in the future to have done. So when I am resisting getting it done and being in the present moment, I will sometimes stop and imagine how good it will feel once it's finished. So how good will it feel to go to bed tonight with 3,000 more words, and then I only need 17,000 and the book is done? And how good will it feel when I get to announce this pre-order deadline or pre-order, and when I can contact my beta readers and send the book to them and start getting feedback, and when everyone loves a book. And so if I can get myself into that place of how good it will feel to have finished the book, it makes me more excited to work on it. So that's just another way to get myself out of resistance and into the work. So now I'm going to actually open up my document and we're going to start working. So I'm at 70,770. And yeah, I'm in Act 4 / the final act of the book, and it's coming together. So let's do this. $8.76. So that's awesome. I'll take it. And it's a good scene. I had a moment there where I was like, oh, there's a little piece, just like the tiniest sliver of a piece of the puzzle that fit just perfectly inside. So I have been resisting writing, and then I have a little minuscule minor breakthrough. So if you're resisting the writing, time to sit down, just set a timer, just get it going. I'm writing for 20 minutes instead of 25 because I want to make sure I have time to order dinner and get everything ready for the kids and us heading over to the ball game tonight. So I have a 4-minute break. So I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, and then get right back to it. So on my short little break, I'm looking at the Wonderland 222 planners because some people were telling me that also is a nice similar kind of design to the Sterling ink. And I'm still trying to figure out my planner system, but I'm going to only allow myself on the breaks. And now it's back to writing. So let's do another 20-minute sprint. 809 for sprint number 2. So it's 5. I got 1,685 words. I really wanted to hit at least 2,000 and I wanted to finish this scene that I'm working on. So I'll see if I have time and energy for another sprint later tonight after I get the kids in bed. We're gonna be out late because the baseball game doesn't start till 7:40. It will end around 9:15, 9:10. And then it's a 15-minute drive home. So it's a late night. We usually have Evie in bed by 8 and she won't be in bed till 9:30 tonight. So it's just going to be one of those nights. But once we get the kids into bed, maybe I'll have time for one more sprint and maybe I won't, but we'll see. But it felt good to be writing. It felt good to get past my resistance a little bit. And so we'll just keep going a little bit later. And I will talk to you and catch up with you after dinner and a baseball game. Are we matching?
We're twins.
Are we twins with our pink and red and white?
Yeah, pink and red and white.
Here, let me get a good picture of you. You look super cute. You think Andrew's gonna win his game? Yep. Here we are, super twins.
Here we are, but Mommy's jacket is lighter and my jacket is...
Mine is darker.
And Mommy's lighter.
Yep, good observation. Okay, let's go to a baseball game. Well, first round of the championship and we're out. We got totally obliterated, 15-0. Nobody got a hit at all. We just 3 up, 3 down, done. It was awful, but it was still fun. And I'm really proud of Andrew because he's come so far. I got my little Andrew button on my shirt, my sweatshirt, because I'm really proud of him. This is his first full year playing baseball. He started in the spring. We played summer ball and now fall ball. And he's come so far and learned so much. I was really hoping tonight I would see him get a good hit because he did not have like a great hit all year this year or all season this season because he got walked almost every single time he was up to bat. So I was hoping tonight, but he struck out. So it's all good. Their team was really, really good. The team they were playing against. So they ended up, my son's team ended up 3rd in the league, which was still amazing. But the team they were playing against is like the best team. And they're like a traveling team that plays tournaments and stuff all the time. So we were just no match skill level for that. And that's how it goes sometimes. So we are home super late. It's 9:45 and Andrew is getting in the shower. So George is reading Evie a book. Our nighttime routine is I do bath time with her, brush her teeth, brush her hair. We have mommy-daughter time every night. And then I read her 2 books. And then George comes in after and reads her a book and stays in there with her for a few minutes while she settles down so that I can come down and get some writing done. Plus, I find that if I'm the one that puts her down, this was the same thing with Andrew, she just won't sleep because every time I leave, she cries and she wants mommy. But with George, they don't do that. It's probably because I'm not as good at setting those boundaries. And I will stay in there forever. Okay, so I'm going to open up my document and I'm going to do one more sprint for the day. So I am, I think 1,600 words something for the day. Let's see what it says for today. I'm at 1,685 for the day. So my goal is to get to 2,000. So let's just keep going. I'm going to try to take this little pocket of time and finish this scene, which will put me 3 scenes in to the final act. So here we go. 1,068 words and I finished another scene. So I am almost to 75,000 words in this manuscript and it feels good to have taken the time to get some writing done today, but it's just not as good as I want it to be in terms of the writing. Like the number of words is great, but at this stage of the game, at this like late of a draft. I want the words to be better. And I feel like it's not clicking exactly the way I want it to. And I'm feeling a bit frustrated by that. So I think tomorrow I will spend some time with my plotting notebook, maybe tonight, even talking to George a little bit. It's 10:10. So I'm going to just try to figure out what it is that's not working, because I feel like I'm this close and yet I'm still so far away, because I want this book done and I want it to be good after all the time I've spent on it. It's like I just want it to be really great, and it's just not great yet, but we're getting there one step at a time. If you have had similar feelings, just know you're not alone, that we all go through these periods where you feel like it's just not coming together. And every book I've ever published had a moment where it finally came together and I felt like it was ready and good enough to publish. So just got to keep working, just keep showing up for yourself. That's what I'm going to do. And right now, though, I'm going to go take my makeup off, go get changed, and I'm going to get into the bed and do a little bit of journaling before bed and then get back at it tomorrow. So my NaNoWRIMO total is just over 37,000, 37,671. So getting close to that 40K, and then I'll only be 10K away from getting my Kindle Scribe, which actually would be really fun to get before I go on this trip. So we'll see if I can get 12,330, whatever. I can't do that math in my head. Let's see if I can get 12,000 more words before next Monday. All right, I'm done talking, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.